So now we're working on the 2011 Chevy door handle, and my buddy got me this kit. I'm just trying to help him out here. And looks like Dorman, blah blah blah, made in Taiwan. Oh great, I love supporting Taiwan. We do a lot of supporting of Taiwan. It'll make you sick if you look and see how many people buy stuff and don't ever look at, not like you can buy anything made in the States, but you can always try. Anyways, I see we got the kit. If you don't know how to tear something apart, A, you can look it up online, or B, you can look at the new one and see how it's put together and go from there. You got a little pin in there that holds it onto the mechanism right there. And yeah, we'll just get back with you. Here you can see their removal instructions. I'm all shaky. I had too much coffee this morning. So you drill out them things with this really cheap looking thing. I wouldn't use that on anything other than plastic. So to take the handle off, you see how it's curved? If I can get it in the right spot. It's got an angle, so if you push in on the handle, it should push the pin out. We'll see in a second. I don't know. I'm gonna go do it. Alright. Now, they show a pair of side cutters in that thing, but I don't think you could get the fucking things down in there, so I just used my little pocket screwdriver, pried that up. Maybe one-handed. Ta-da. Another good thing to note is that all these modules are actually computers. When you unplug them, make sure you have the key off. And let's say, okay, this runs off, you know, a certain module, body control module. Okay, so we see there's no dome light on. Normally you have to close the door and let it go to sleep before you can, really should, I mean, unplug it, because the module is still active for a certain amount of time on newer vehicles. Yet another thing to think about, down in your door panel, you want to make sure there's no parts, nothing left over from the old door handle. I don't see anything. I couldn't feel anything, because if there's parts left in there, they will rattle around. And if you're working on a customer car, they might think A, you did a crappy job, or B, you know, they might not say anything, but they still feel like, I hear a rattle in the door after so-and-so did that work, and now you're a jerk. So make sure you look, make sure there's no crap. I also love how they do this thing here. They call it a drill. Okay, well, it's a type of drill, but it's more like a broach or something like that. Really, really shitty made. If you know what that is, let me know. So this part, I gotta use both hands. So I just wanted to show you how thick that is. That's the old one. You can see I cut it off. So I'm going to measure. It's about 40 thousandths. Well, 38 thousandths. That was the old one. The new one, let's see how thick it is. Yeah, 35 thousandths. So there is a difference in the thickness of the plastic. It's only 3 thousandths, whatever, but you know, there we got 28-ish. And that one's 36. Just a little, you know, it really matters right here. Sorry, my heater just kicked on. Where the failure point is. That's the biggie. Also, another thing to note here, well, look at that, made in America, Flint, Michigan. Hey, well, not all of it. Anyhow, I still like GMs. The bolts that hold the latch on have some stuff on it. If you see bolts like this, more than likely you're going to want to put some Loctite or something on there. Probably not like red or green retaining compound, but maybe some blue. Maybe somebody can be real technical and correct me, but they should go back in with something to help hold them in place, keep them from rattling loose. It's also a good idea before you, I just put a cable in this. I had to use both hands so I couldn't record. Latch it and then take your new cable, and if I can do it, give it a yank, make sure it unlatches before you put it all back together and it doesn't fucking work. Merca! One other little trick I use is, well, I'm not going to tell you the brand, but you can guess. It rhymes with Spermatex. All-purpose spray adhesive for getting this piece of shit back on there. That keeps out a lot of wind and noise. So you want to put that back on there so, like I said, your buddy or your customer or whomever doesn't bitch that, oh, air's coming in my door or whatever. Get it sealed up good so that, you know, they're not like a permanent seal, but they keep a lot of the noise and the wind and stuff out. So just put it back on. Don't rip the friggin' thing off, and then you're an asshole if you do that. All right. Oh, and don't spray your Spermatex with the window down. Okay? You'll get it all over the fucking window. I know. I've done it. Oops. When you're taking this apart, there's two bolts there. You pop a little plastic cover off. Yep. Up in by the handle you grab. And these shoulder bolts. These are called shoulder bolts. They go in your handle. That's so you don't crush the plastic right there. If you use these fucking bolts and over torque them, you'll crack that plastic and that handle will end up failing. You need to use the shoulder bolts. That one. See the piece? Yep. That's to tighten down, but it doesn't crush this plastic up here. So use these on this handle. Handle goes up here, just like that. Shoulder bolt in here. If you drop one of these bolts that go through here, well, the other direction, they will fall down into here and go into this white piece of shit. They won't go to the floor. So make sure you got a magnet ready when you're pulling them bolts out. Them bolts are right there in the handle, right there. So if you drop them, they go in that white piece of shit and you won't get the fuckers out. Well, you will, but there'll be a fucker to get out, or just shake the panel upside down when you get it off. They'll come out. The lock. It goes on, and that's that little tab right there. You take a little screwdriver and pop it out to get that off so you don't break it taking everything apart. So to put it back together, you just slip it in like that, push it in. Ta-da. Another thing good to note, I know it's hard to see in here, but there's the new door handle we just installed. You want to pull up on it, push out on the door to see where it opens at. Okay, so I'm pushing out on the door and I'm pulling up. Right there is where it opens, and I still have quite a bit of travel left. This is more for the outside door handle because it's adjustable. And now I'm wondering if I put the clip back on the outside door handle. Okay, bye. Lo and behold, yes, I fucked up. I had to go back in and clamp that down because I forgot to put the rod on. Oops. Okay, so If you aren't fucking up, you aren't doing anything. All right. Okay, we're back together again. I just wanted to note, I didn't say in the beginning that this cover here, this is just a cover, this thing. And then down in here, that's also just a cover. You can pop them out with a little screwdriver or something. These have little spring clips on them. And that goes up there. See if I can do this one-handed. I don't know. Oh, there we go. And then you just snap it in place. And when you're taking them apart, don't scratch the shit out of the paint, especially up in the northern area, because you get rust on everything. The bottom of the panel, once you get all the bolts out, you can pop it out on the bottom, and then right up here, you pull up. Well, you pull up on the whole panel, but you have to have the bottom of the panel out first. Your switches, you can pop them out once you have your handle off. So get your handle off, pop this cover off, get your handle off with your shoulder bolts, put that aside, and then there's a little spring clip on this side and then one on this side down here. Okay. There may be some steps I missed. I don't know. Don't go bitching to me. I'm just trying to help you out. If you don't like it or if you don't fucking want to listen, okay, then don't listen. That's fine. Don't ruin shit. And put your safety glasses on.